Ecuador itself, we've seen immediately following relatively retaking some control of the situation on the streets in Ecuador. The military is out in force. You've got curfews. You've had a big wave of arrests. But then there's a sense of how long they can keep this up for, and what attacks there could be, what repercussions there could be from the gangs themselves. We're going to see a kind of sustained insurgent-like tactics there, and will the government eventually back off from this? And then we've got the kind of bigger situation across Latin America. All of the governments are watching because many countries have similar situations, including Mexico, including El Salvador, Honduras, Colombia, and seeing how this plays out and what this will mean for them. The large amount of cocaine coming from Colombia, and it goes through Ecuador and is often taken around through the Panama Canal to Europe. European cocaine consumers have a responsibility for this. But this biggest gang, Los Choneros, as they're known, actually grew up first as a splinter from people linked to Colombian traffickers, and then spread and grew in Ecuador. They gained power inside the prisons, and it's a real problem in Latin America. We have these very big disorganized prisons. The gangs provide a certain order, but then they become like their headquarters. You've also had Colombian guerrillas who have been demobilized from the conflict there and then come to Ecuador. And then it has links to the Mexican drug cartels, which are the real powerhouses in the continent. So you have the two biggest cartels in Mexico, the Sinaloa cartel, which makes tens of billions of dollars, has very heavy arms and influence across the world, and the Jalisco New Generation cartel, both embedded there. So you get several countries involved, and in many ways, these gangs, these networks of crime are more international, are better at moving over borders than the governments themselves are.